Hi, my name is Daniel Pizarro. I am a fitness person. I work as a personal trainer, as a Pilates instructor at CU Athletica in Oslo, Norway. I teach regularly mat classes in Pilates, and this is one of them. We will be working for an hour, similar to what we normally do in my class. Basic Pilates stuff. I give you stuff to think about. I coach with my voice all the time so that you can follow me. This is meant for people who already know my material. And this is a nice experiment for me also. So I'm happy you chose to join. I feel like this is opening a door where I will use this more, this YouTube platform more to just share. Because why sit on it, right? I want to share it with you. So we will start with the basics today. We're gonna start by lying on the floor, and you join me. This is not for watching. This is for doing. So we're just gonna find our way to the floor. We're gonna put our feet in a supported position. From here, the hands are resting by the hips. We're gonna tuck the chin in to open up the back of our neck towards the floor. And we're gonna breathe in through the belly. So you can take one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. You breathe in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. You feel the expansion of the bottom hand as you breathe in and inflate your belly, your body, and breathe out and let the hand fall. A few more times. Take this moment to feel how the body's doing. We might do some standing work in a bit, just to connect even more, but let's start with the basics. We're gonna breathe in, expand, and when you breathe out, try to keep your expansion. This is lateral to the sides and also up and down. Breathing in and expanding, out and maintaining the expansion for 2. Breathing in and breathing out for 1. Put your hands on the sides, tuck the chin in, and start to roll up as you breathe in. Lifting the shoulders as you breathe out, reaching the hands past the toes, past the hips. Breathe in and breathe out and roll back down. Tuck your chin in so that you roll down your back, your neck. Breathe in to lift the head. Breathe out to lift the shoulders. Breathe in to stay. And breathe out and roll back down. One more time. Breathing in and out. Breathing in at the top and rolling back down. One more time. We're gonna lift one foot into table and then the other. We're gonna squeeze the knees together and lift the head, lift the shoulders, breathing in and out, rolling back down. Keep those knees squeezed, tuck your chin in, head and shoulders, knees and toes, and roll back down. And last time, can we stay up there for 1 and up? And now we dip the toe into the water for 6 and up, 5 and up, and 4. Breathing, 3 and 2. I'm really wrecked, by the way, 1. So let's see how far we get and roll back down. Very good. Put one foot at a time down on the ground, and we're there. So we're gonna start with our roll up all the way. If we stretch out the legs, we're gonna take the arms over our head, and we're gonna start by lifting the arms and the head and the shoulders, rolling up. Make a C curve in your body so you don't collapse, but you lift and round. You pull yourself towards your ankles with your deep hip flexors. Breathing in, push the top of the head forward, and breathe out and roll up. Maybe it's different. Roll down. Try to put your lower back gently on the floor and roll down. 2 more times. Up, head and shoulders. Push the shoulders forward, but not up. And then you round over, but pull yourself deep. Pull your head forward and roll up. Stretch your legs and roll down. Good. And gently come back 1 more time. Rolling up and all the way up. And pull yourself over your legs. Remember here, squeeze between your belly and your thighs and roll back up. Good. We're gonna hug the right knee in and touch the big toe to the knee. And we're gonna roll down onto the lower back, gently keeping the shoulders off the ground. From here, we're just gonna switch the legs for our one leg stretch. And 10, 11, 10, 9, shoulders down, 8, but a little forward, 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees in, 2 leg stretch, stretch your arms over your head, circle the arms. I don't have that much space, but we open for 5, and circle the arms, goodness, and 4, and circle, and 3, and circle, 2, I hope you have more space than me, and 1, and circle and roll down, chin in, and let's see, whoop. That worked, good. So, a little bit more abs before we keep going. We're gonna stretch the legs up, roll up, the shoulders are off, make sure that your tail stays on the ground. From here, we hold the right leg and we pull the left down. We split the legs apart. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, stretch those knees. Try as much as you can. And 6, 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And hug both knees in. Roll your head back and find the feet on the floor. We're gonna find the pelvic floor. So I want you to tilt your pelvis, see, forward. There's a little bit of space here, and then you imprint into the ground. Tilt forward, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathing in as you arch, and breathing out to roll back, and 2, and back, 1, and back. The next time you breathe out, you can start to roll up from the tail, rolling up through the shoulders into your bridge. Stay here for a moment and breathe in, and out and roll down. Really squeeze your butt so that your tail comes down at the very end. Breathe in to arch, breathe out to lift, roll all the way up. Remember, pull your knees forward, so that you don't slide back on your head. And then we breathe in and breathe out. Tense your butt, your glutes, and arch at the end. Breathe in and out. We're gonna meet up there, and we're gonna bring the right foot into a table. Remember, push those hips up and stretch the leg out, and we flex the ankle and breathe in for 6, and breathe out and lift. Breathe in for 5, and out, 4, and out, and a 3. I hope you hear me. I hope I'm not talking too loud. 2, and up, and 1. Stay up, and with your hips, you pump up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Stay on the middle of your heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the foot down, lift the hips up in case they fell, and roll back down until your tail comes down and you arch the lower back, and you breathe out and roll all the way up. Remember, I can't do it perfectly because I have to talk to you, so your breathing is better than mine. Bring your left foot straight up to the ceiling, flex your ankle and lower down, keep those hips up, and up, and 5, and up, 4. Remember, the lower back is flat. Yes, sorry, it's not arching there. 2, and up, and a 1, and stay up and pump up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and set the foot down, roll down through the back, and hug your knees. So actually, we're gonna draw some circles with the knees. So out to the sides and down. Try to keep your lower back in a neutral, and feel how you can open up the muscles in the groin between the knees and the hips. Go the other way if you haven't already for 3, and 2, and 1. We're gonna roll up to the ball. So first we lift up the shoulders. We find the rounding, and we start to roll up and down. Try to keep the feet and head off the floor. So I really have to focus because I don't have the best mat here to keep my body rounded. You can float the hands off the knees and work on keeping the shape with your body for 2 and back and 1. Stand up or sit up, hug your knees and bring your feet in as far as you can. Upright the chest, shoulders come down. Use the squeezing of the legs to bring your chest up. Now take your right leg, stretch it out as much as you can and come back. And left foot and right. I only have a little bit of weight on the toes and I'm trying to balance already on my butt. Lift that chest, chin in. 2 and 1. Can we try both feet at the same time? And you go 4, 6 and down and 5 and 4 down and 3. Ooh, cracks at the knees and 2 and 1. Good. And come back. Let me see how I'm gonna do this because I don't have much space. Let's start like this. You know my side plank variation. So first we upright the chest. I'm not gonna give too many pointers because this is not a technical, this is a run through of what you've already done. Arms out to the sides, shoulders down, chest up, but also the wide back, yes? So don't squeeze the shoulders, but open your arms to the sides and breathe in and breathe out and twist to the, it will be right for you. And back and breathe out and back. Again, feel the twisting through the column that is your torso. And now take your left hand up, right hand on the floor, and reach the hand to the back foot and come back and over. Twist to your leg before you start to reach it and come back. One more time, over to the side and breathe out. Flex your ankles. Today, sometimes we point, sometimes we flex. And out. And come back. Take your left hand, swipe it past your feet. Let's see if I can do this. And up. One. Don't start a fire. And come back. It's a risiko sport. It's an extreme sport. And up. Whoop. I have to use my eyes. And again, over and up. And back. And last time, over and up. Push strong through the shoulder, yes? Okay, you don't see it. I will remind you, maybe a little bit too late, but the shoulder, to go up, yeah? Okay, so let me find you lying on the belly. So we're just gonna turn over, lying flat on the belly, hands underneath the forehead. Sorry if I'm being a bit loud, but what choice do I have? So here, we put the hands underneath the forehead. We pull the shoulders towards the ground to open up the back. We push the hips into the floor. Sometimes you can try to find it without squeezing your butt. So you have to use like the abs in the front to push the hips into the floor. And from there, we just rise up the chest, raise the chest. Look at the hands to keep the back of the neck long and roll back down again. Open, lift. I'm liking to breathe in today on the way up, but you can do what you want. And we go for 5, as long as you breathe. Yes? And 4, this should be nice and easy. You're using the hands to push down into the ground. And 3. And gradually we start to use the back more. As long as you look at the hands, the curve is even through your back. 1 more time. And up. Can we stay here for a moment? And bring your hands to your forehead and push the hands into the floor to lift up the chest a little bit more. Try to keep this elevation, this rise, this height, as you lift the hands off the ground. And every time you touch the ground with your hands, you can use it to lift up a little bit more for 2, and down, and 1. I really hope you have more space than me, because we're gonna go up, first down, just the upper body is going down and up, and 4, and up, and 3, and up, 2, and up, and 1, and up. We're doing one more. You take your break if you need, but I'm diving down. Dive and swim and lift the back or the chest and swim forward and dive back. Imagine your wrists are pulling you back, lifting the chest off the floor for 3 and back, and 2 and back, and 1 and up. Just for those who like a little bit of burn, we pump everything up, the legs, the hands, and the chest. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hands by your chest, push back into a shell or not child's pose, and we stay here. Good. So just relax your arms, relax your shoulders into the ground, breathe in through the nose. Feel your belly expand into your thighs in the front, and release tension towards the ground. Maybe you feel it in the upper back or the neck. We're all a bit different, yes? So let's keep going. I have my mind on a bit more work on the bird dog, and then we will do some arm circles and get the arms into the game. So here, if we can just do the scapular push-ups, we just release the shoulders down, imagine they are squeezing together, and then separate. Keep your chin in. We don't want the head to fall forward, we want the chin in, so that the only thing that is moving is the shoulder blades. And push, gliding forward and back on the rib cage. Remember to really grab the ground with your hands so that you don't hurt your wrists. And we go for 2. This should be easy, but maybe a difficult coordination. 2, 1, and stay up here. Dig your toes into the ground and lift the knees 2 centimeters off. This is not rounding the back. The back is in a neutral. The shoulders are pushing forward, protracting, and we squeeze the shoulders and protract forward. Squeeze for 4 and protract. Try to keep your shoulders from going up here. Pull them down towards your hips all the time. 2. Strong hands on the ground. 1. And knees on the floor. Relax for 3 seconds. And before we keep going, I just face you. We're going to take our arm circles. Maybe I can stand a little bit more forward. And arm circles here. If you want to stand for your knees, that's up to you. Here we go up, turn in the arms, go back, and touch the hands in the back. It won't happen, you know it won't, but we rotate in so the palms are facing out. We go back, try to stay up with your body. Don't let your body come forward. And down. One more time, up, thumbs in, and keep rotating in as you go back. And down. I don't have space, but maybe you do. And back, and out, and up, and down. Good. Okay, so just a head roll here. We didn't do the head much, but if we just listen to the right shoulder and come back. And remember, we don't stop, so we try to keep going, keep going, keep going. Push the shoulder down and come back. One more time to each side, right and forward. Sorry, to the back, to the center, and to the left. And stay here, and we roll the head forward, chin to chest, and ear to shoulder, nose to the ceiling, ear to the shoulder, chin to chest. Breathe out. Breathe in as you go up. And when you look down at your knees, you can go the other way. So 2 times, listen, and look up, and side, and look down. One more time. Left and up and right and down. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna just interlace my hands behind the back. We're getting back to the bird dog right now, or very soon. And stretch your arms, interlace the fingers, stretch, and we pump up for 10. Try not to fall forward. 9 and 8. Feel some kind of stretch in your body. 7 and 6. 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Interlace the hands in the front. Push your palms forward and your back out. Now you may round and really feel that, hopefully right here-ish. Yes? Push forward, push back. Breathe in between the shoulders. Tuck your chin in to open up the neck and the back. Good. And twist to the one side, to the left maybe. And push out your right shoulder more. Breathe into the shoulder and come to the right, to the other side. Breathe, long back, long neck, even if you are rounding. Good, come back. I'm gonna stand a little bit more here so I have room for my feet. Good. So from the bird dog, you want the neutral. So even if you are protracting the shoulders to support yourself, you open up the chest. Slight arch in the lower back, nothing violent in either way, in the center-ish. And from here, you can just take your right hand forward and your left leg back and push through and come down to the center and stretch out. Keep your body long. This is the dog that spotted the bird. Yes, hello, there it is. But we don't look at it, we just know where it is. And 3, and 2, and back. 1, stay up for your windmill to the side. I don't need so much space for my leg because my knee is pointing down. My hips are also pointing down. I will do it wrong one time. Yes, twisting, all this stuff. Keep it in one controlled position. 1. Put the hand and foot down and switch to the other side. Stretch forward. Hopefully your arm is up by your ear and you come back. And 4. Push through that standing shoulder. And 3. And down. And 2. Down and 1. Stay up and go to the side. 4, 5. And 4. 3. Keep your leg up. Not arching. 2. Keep your arm and leg straight all the time. I just don't have the space. And down. And relax. Good. We're gonna go into the little turtle here. Elbows close. If you need to, you can stretch them forward. Remember, we bring the right leg back. And ideally, I sit down as low as I can. But if your knee hurts, you probably need to come a little bit up from here. I need a little bit of counterweight. And I'm gonna lift the leg and come back. And lift it and come back. And 7, just one round of this. 6, squeeze your butt. 5, and 4, 3, and 2, 1. Okay, let's switch sides. Stretch the left leg back. I'm doing this for the counterweight, but if you can stay here, it's the same. So here, we lift the leg and come back. Stretch that knee. 9, 8. Breathe normally all the time. 7. We don't hold our breath in this class. 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring yourself to rest. Relax. Knees together, knees apart, it's up to you.
enjoy your break for 2 deep breaths. 2 and 1. Okay, we come back to the sit and we do our next roll. So let's do the seal. So I have this space here. I'm gonna put my hands, the soles of the feet are together. I hold underneath the ankles and I lift the legs up, the feet up. If you need to keep them low, that's up to you. If you can come up here, that would be interesting. And we're gonna round the lower back especially, and we roll back and roll up and back. Slower is in general better, yes? So I can really regulate where I need to feel it a bit more or a bit less. You know it's a seal, right? So what do? We clap. 1, 2, 3. And we clap back. 1, 2, 3. And come forward. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Keep the legs up. The shape is for you. 1, 2, 3. Add the sound effects. Arr, arr, arr. And come forward. 1, 2, 3. And go back 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. And back. Arr, arr, arr. And forward. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Whoop. And 1, 2, 3. And we go all the way up to sit. Stretch out the legs. And we relax over for a moment. But you know me, relaxing is hard. So we can try to flex the ankles and feel that pull of the toes to the forehead or at the top of the head. We're just gonna stay here and breathe for 2 deep breaths. And every time I breathe in, I feel like this space between my thighs and my belly is becoming smaller. And this stretches my legs out more in the back. 1. Good, okay. Let's bring the feet into support. Let's put the hands behind the hips. I like to point the fingers forward or to the side, but don't point them back. Okay? I point them forward, but if the wrists are complaining, to the side is for you. So here, we lift the chest, bend the elbows a little bit back. Feel the stretch of the chest and the shoulders and come back, shoulders forward. Again, we go up and we go down. Chin in and up. So don't relax your head, but keep it growing out of your chest. And 1. Stay lifted with your chest. Now bring your hips up into a reverse table. Push those shoulders back, those arms back. So you have this nice 90-degree angle in your arm. Maybe it stretches in your shoulders. That would be awesome. And again, keep the chest higher than the shoulders, please. And 2 more times. 2. At least on the top. And 1. Up. And down. Good. Now stretch out those legs. Bend your wrists down. Put them together. And see if you can bring the elbows down. And if you feel nothing, sorry, I did it that way immediately. Fists. This was the first one, this is the second one. And probably you feel something here. Okay, but we can do a bit more on the wrist before it starts to get bad. So what do? We're gonna bring the shoulders down to make the space from the shoulder to the ground closer. And my shoulders are definitely in front of the hips. Hands under the shoulders and in front of the hips also. And I lift up my butt for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, next one will be a bit harder. Why? Because instead of relaxing on straight arms, we will bend the elbows. So first bring yourself down. Yeah, then I bend the elbows and I try to keep them bent while I lift my butt off the floor. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Okay. We're gonna do our standing stuff, our standing series. and I will give you the ones that we've been doing lately. So from here, we draw the figure 4. Let me see, this will be your figure 4, right? Okay, and I'm just gonna stand this way so you can see a bit the difference. Here, with a relatively straight leg, we try to bow at the hip, bend at the hip, and then see how low we can go towards the ground. If you round a little bit, it's fine, but probably you feel something in your bending knee leg. Yes, I feel a stretch in the hip. I try to stay long in my body. I still try. So I will bend probably. But if you're just bending, this is for your hip. Yeah, so if your back is bending, it's not necessarily what we want. 2. But if you feel your hamstrings working on that standing leg, that would be awesome. 1. And stand up. Come back to the other side. And we cross the other leg over. Maybe I'll show you this way just for fun. Same thing. Whoop. Do you remember about the foot? We have this pressure in the inside of the big toe ball area, and also the heel on the outside. And it creates like an arch. It creates an arch for you where, you see that? This is from the pressure and the pressure. You see how my heel is going this way and my arch is going that way, and that will keep me more stable. Try it again. So the last leg that you didn't do, bowing forward, the knee is relatively straight, but it is bent a little bit. And 4. Activate your foot. 3. If you are stuck and you only get down here because you feel it in your hip, that's fine. 1. And good, switch the feet. This time, we're gonna bend the knee a lot. I would like the knee to go over the toes, and then I sit my hips back, and then I try to sit into it as much as I can, and I will feel it even more. 5 and 4. Bend your knee, bend your hip. And 3. And 2. And 1. Stand up and switch sides. Bend your knee, bend your hip, sit, and remember, knee over toes. It's good for your knee. Wow, I forgot to activate the foot and see what happens. I lost my balance and now I have it. So balance 3 is about awareness, about coordination and strength. If you're in a position 1 where your balance is poor and you do something to stop it from being poor, you are improving your balance. And even just fighting to stand on one leg would be a nice thing. We'll talk about it in a new video, okay? So, the leg you were not just standing on, you will give it a break. So for me, it will be, I forgot, doesn't matter. We're gonna grab the ankle, okay? And we're doing our shrimp squat. So the idea is to bring this knee to the floor, down. Remember, you can sit back your butt, you can reach your hand forward, whatever needs to happen for your body to come as low as possible. If you cannot touch the ground, you touch your knee, your shin, your Achilles heel, whatever you can. Seek the ground for 4 and stand up. Activate your foot to keep your balance. It's totally different when that foot is active. 3. Stay in it, stay strong. 2. Oops, that was a bit too much. Maybe. 1. And stand up. My legs are truly wrecked. I'm doing what I can and maybe I won't be able to go so deep. Doesn't matter. But if I was not gonna film this, I would probably just rest the rest of the day. But I'm probably gonna go out to dance. And stand up. That's what my left leg has today. 4, and it's fine. Just experiment, explore. 3. Reach forward Sit down 2, whoop. I forgot to activate the foot. Lots of things to think about. 1, and stand up. Okay, we'll leave those there. I'm gonna go to the back of my mat for my roll downs, planks and pyramids. So we breathe in and breathe out, rolling down and through, walking the hands out into a plank. Straight legs are bent. And from here, we lean forward as much as we can, and then push the hands to the ground to roll back, seek the heels on the floor, and come forward. And try not to release the back. It's not a swan or cobra. We might do those a little bit later. And forward, open up the chest so you're not rounding the back a lot, maybe a little bit on the transition. And 1, good. We're gonna come forward, and leaning forward, I can now round the back and bring the knee to the chest and lift the foot up to the ceiling. Parallel to there, but if you wanted to, you could do a twist. And 3, and back. 2, and back. 1. Wide back. Don't squeeze the shoulders together, but keep them open. And set your foot down. 1 time leaning forward. Walking, push your shoulders up. Walking through the hands to your feet. Rolling up. Bent knees are straight, up to you. And breathe in. Arms up. Breathe out. Roll down. Rolling all the way down. Walking out. This time we skip the forward lean, and we go straight to the rounding and knee in and leg up and forward. Now remember, push through the shoulders. Push yourself back, heel down, leg up and down. 2 and forward. Strong hands on the ground, protect the wrist. 1 and lift all the way up. Down. Lean forward 1 time. Lean back, hips up, and push through the shoulders to walk back to your feet. Relax your head for a moment. Shake your head from side to side. Nod your head. Do you like Pilates? Yes, I do. I love it. And roll up. 3, 2, 1. And good. Okay, so I think we're gonna keep the basic side series today, because this is not like the most intense, the highest intensity that we do, but you're gonna be fine. So here, I'm just gonna lie in my side basic position. My hand is a pillow, the one underneath, and the one on top goes underneath in front of the belly button. Yes, so here the hips are squared over each other. Don't lean back for any drill except the last one. This is what it is to live in a small space. So, okay, I'm back here. So from here, all we do, remember, you need to have a little bit of space between your ribs and your hips, so that when you lift the leg, you don't just push down into the ground with your belly, but you keep this line and you use this muscle to lift the leg and come down. Turn your leg in, yeah, so that you are using the side here and not the front to lift the leg up. Both legs are parallel. 3 and down. Long back. 2. You can put one hand here if you wanted to. And 1. Lift the leg and keep it up as you circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other way. 5. Keep your body long. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to lift up the leg and bring the bottom leg to meet and go down together. Lift and lift. Squeeze them together and come down. And lift for 3. Lift, come down. And 2, 2, and down. And 1, 1, and down. Both legs up for 5 and down. It's not a big movement. 4 and down. And 3, 2, and 1. And take a break. Relax your body. And for the next movement, remember, we roll back the hips and we lift the legs, but also we lift up the upper body. So this is a heavy one, a bit hard. You go back and up, whoop, and down. And 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And we switch sides. One flat hand on the floor, one in front of the belly. Square those hips. If you're not sure, look at them. And notice your tendencies. Sometimes we need a separate set of eyes. It doesn't have to be somebody who knows, just somebody who tells you what to look for. Yeah? So we lift the leg and we come down. I can check to see if I'm really lifting from the hip and down. And now you can use the replay function to find all the differences on my sides, my imperfections. Kind of vulnerable, right? 1, no, it's not. I don't care. This is the way we are. We lift the leg and we draw circles for 5. Squeeze those toes. And 4, 3, I'm cramping in my foot. 2, and 1. Go the other way. 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Keep the leg up. Bring the bottom leg and down. Up, up, and down. And 3, 3. There will be a slight imprint, but we try to keep this long. 2, 2. I think you did 5, right? And 1 on each side. And down. Both legs up. And if you want to go crazy, try to relax that bottom leg. No, the top leg, and use the bottom leg to lift it. 3, and 2. You can support or you cannot. 1, and small break. We're gonna lean back and lift the whole body. If it's too much, just use the legs. But I'm gonna go up, and up, whoop, and down. If I just come a little bit forward, I can slide on the floor here. Up. This is my not so good side. And 3. Ooh. And down. And 2. And 1. Up. And down. Good. Okay, let's do some swans. So from here, we're gonna just put the hands by the chest. The chin is in, and the shoulders will push down towards the hips. I will use this movement to do a push-up, but with an arch. Remember, if you're relaxing your belly, then you can hurt your lower back a bit. So pull it up or in and lower down with this control. And again, we go up and down. Keep your elbows in. And 2. And down. Shoulders down, please. 1. And down. Okay, can we meet up there? When my upper body goes down, I'm gonna keep this shape, this U shape in my body, which means my legs will come up and down, or down the legs, up the body, and down, and 3, and down. Oh, you see what is going on? 2. So I need that strong back, and we're gonna do a rock and catch. So the rock is forward, the catch is going back. Rock and catch. And 4, 3, and 2, 1. Push back into shell and decompress your body. Relax. Okay. So I want to do some leg circles. If we can crawl forward on our mat. And I can find you bringing, let's say it's the right leg, back to your chest. And here we just stretch the leg out. And look, let's see if we can keep the knee here. Stretch the other leg out, and don't let the leg leave you as you stretch it. Really try to keep it there. If this goes up, you are not stretching. Not much at all. So here, 1, 2, until you shake. 1, ooh, come back. Good. So I might do this a little bit on the diagonal, but you know what we're gonna do. So here, the hands can go to the sides, the leg is going up, and I'm gonna twist and see if I can touch my big toe on the floor. Try not to bring the leg too far down. Keep 90 degrees in the hip. Open and open. Hope I don't expose my groin too much. And twist and open. Again, twist and open. Now circles. Whoop and up. And 1, and 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna climb the tree, hold your leg, and use the leg to lift yourself up, shoulders down, touch the top, and climb back down. Put the lower back gently on the floor, and do it again. Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Again, last time, up, all the way up, and down, but we switch the legs. So I'm gonna hug the other leg, and I have no space, so I need to turn over, and we bring ourselves down. You don't have to turn. And we stretch. Oh, I need to bring it in first, right? And chin in, and feel this stretching and bending. 3, and stretch. 2, stretch. And 1, and stretch. And release the leg. Hands to the sides. I just need to turn a little bit more away from the wall. And we twist. And we open. Open the hip. And close. And open. And close. And open. Can we draw the circles? So down. And down. And up. And 2. And 1. Reverse. 4. Whoop. And 3. 2. And 1. Climb the tree. Up. Down. Touch. And crawl back down. 2 more times. Crawling all the way up. Touch to the top. and crawl back down. Last one. Crawling up, crawling up, crawling up, and crawling down, crawling down. Hug your knees. Let your knees fall to one side. You can put your hips in the middle if you want. And look at your opening hand away from your knees. Breathing, relaxing. Breathing in and out. One. Switching sides. You can put your hands wherever. Look away from your knees. 2 deep breaths here. Do whatever feels nice for you. Yeah? One more time. And relax. Okay. Let's sit up. See what kind of time we have left. I'm dreaming of, I think we'll finish it up with a teaser and then some nice and heavy leg circles, and we'll call it there. Okay, so for your teasers, your legs are straight. They start straight on the ground. We lie flat on the ground. I'm gonna ask you from here the position. So it starts like the roll up. It starts like the roll up, but when the shoulders come off the floor, we bring the feet into a table, we raise the arms, and then slowly bring our shoulders down to the ground. And when the shoulders touch, our feet can touch. And do it again. Up and upright, bend, and up the arms and down. Gently putting the lower back on the floor. And one more time before we make a variation, or we can do it already. Here, when my arms come up, chest up, but the lower back may round a bit. Arms up, straight legs. Control your way down, shoulders down. And one more time, up and stretch, and roll down, roll down, roll down, and relax. Do you want that last one? Maybe? Who knows? Okay, the last one. Here, kind of don't want to show you my butt, but we'll do it like this. So here, hands behind. Yes, easy version, bending the knees. Straight is harder. So I'll try the straight. Here, we're gonna bring the legs down and up. Reverse, down and up. And 4, and up, 3, and up, and 2, and up, 1, and up, and come down, and relax. Grab your feet. We're done with all the heavy stuff. Let's just do a few relaxing stretches at the end. Push the top of your head to your big toes, and come back. Remember this crossing leg stretch that I like? Your one leg is a bit 90 degrees. The top ankle goes on top of the knee. And we try to have space so that this knee can go to the floor at some point. So I will show you here. And I just try to find the balance on both sit bones, coming down, and just pushing those knees into the ground, uprighting the chest, bringing them slowly with the help of gravity. You should not feel any pain in your knees, only slight pain, discomfort in your hips. If you wanted to, you could stay here for a minute longer, but we can just walk the hands forward, breathing deep into your body. Try to feel how your body's doing now after an hour of work, or not even, but it's good. And we switch the legs. I have to go, but I'm very happy that I'm not going just yet. I'm very happy that I tried to do this, and of course, the first time is the hardest. So I'm thinking that I will do like a shorter version, like a bit more intense, half an hour. And also, I want to make one video for the wrists, just 10 minutes of wrist work, and then 10 minutes of, remember, fix this while I'm talking, 10 minutes of ab coordinations, so that you really know that you are using this powerhouse as good as you can. And if you have any other requests, please let me know. Yeah? I really don't mind putting most things I know out here for people to enjoy. Because in here it's not really helping anybody. Okay, last one, side bends. Open up the legs. One hand in the center, lift one arm. Really try to lift through the side. So don't go forward and don't go back, but really to the side. Push that hand forward and come back. And over. Next time we should do some mermaids at the end, but we can't do all the drills in one go. Okay. So, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to share it with anybody you want. Yeah, no, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a beautiful holiday season wherever you are. And I hope to see you in Pilates classes at CO Atletica Blindern in Oslo very soon. By the way, I also work in the room in Oslo, so if but more reformer classes. And yeah, I have my own dance school. It's called Salsa Flow Oslo. I'm teaching a salsa right now there. I teach what I want, of course, but salsa. So if you want to learn that, feel free to reach out on Facebook, Salsa Flow Oslo. And yes, have a beautiful evening. Thank you.